Hello, welcome to Bored and Confused, where I review shows based on two criteria. One, was I bored? Two, was I confused? Today's show is Beau the Musical, spelled B-E-A-U, Beau. And it's playing Off-Broadway at Theater 154. Now, before I get into this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. So Beau the Musical is a world premiere, and it's got music by Ethan D. Pechar and Douglas Lyon, who also wrote the book and lyrics. Side note, I know Douglas. We met years ago, totally random, sitting in the balcony at a show, I think at the Longacre Theater. He just moved to New York to be an actor, and it's been amazing to watch his trajectory since then. He's been in several Broadway shows. He's written a play that went to Broadway called Chicken and Biscuits, and he's had success in TYA, Theater for Young Audiences, with a show called Polka Dots, and he's also done a lot of really cool other things with television and other stuff. This guy's killing it. So I was really excited to see one of his full-length musicals on stage. So what is Beau the Musical about? Beau the Musical follows a young gay man named Ace Baker who returns home to Nashville to give a concert and share his stories of growing up in Nashville. This musical is just in time for Pride season. It's a coming-of-age journey with a lot of the standard elements you'd expect from a gay coming-of-age story. He's raised by a single mom. He's trying to piece together who his dad was. He's dealing with bullies, falling in love with a guy who doesn't love him back, dealing with self-hate, and just trying to figure out who he is. His mother won't tell him who his father was, so when a serendipitous call from a hospital informs him that his grandfather is still alive, despite his mother saying that his grandfather had died years ago, Ace jumps at the chance to have this father figure in his life. His search for his father is forgotten, and he goes on to develop a close bond with his grandfather, a relationship that ends up being central to the heart of this show. The show is framed like a concert. Ace is performing these songs he's written about his life with a band that includes his best friend, a girl that he grew up with. These 8 musician actors play all the instruments, and they play all the characters of the people in Ace's life. So instead of a traditional musical where songs come out of action or dialogue, this feels more like a singer-songwriter set where each song is reflecting a part of his emotional journey. And here's where I struggled a little. In traditional musicals, the songs move the action forward. We start somewhere, the song happens, and by the time we reach the end of the song, we're in a new place emotionally or narratively. Here, the songs mostly comment on the past events. And because of that, the songs sometimes feel separate from the show's narrative. So let's talk about the songs and the performances. There are 12 songs in this show, and Ace is featured in nearly all of them. Matt Roden, who plays Ace, is giving a star performance in this show. He's singing beautifully, he's acting with so much clarity and nuance, and he's playing a guitar and doing all of it with ease. The whole cast is made up of actor musicians, which I love. Everyone plays instruments, they sing, they act, they dance. It's thrilling to watch performers doing it all live on stage. One of the standout songs for me was Crush. It has a funky energy and had a really memorable vocal hook, and that's definitely a song I want to hear again. I was disappointed a little bit by some of the lyrics, just a few times, because they lacked specificity to the narrative. And I understand that these are songs that Ace wrote, that they were inspired by his past. But, for example, there's a lyric in a song called Thursday in July where Ace says he'll wear his grandfather's tie. But we never saw the grandfather wear a tie. He's not the kind of guy who would wear a tie. He did wear the same coat in most of the scenes, and that's commented on. So I wondered why the lyric didn't talk about the coat instead of the tie. But I know the answer. It's because tie rhymes a lot easier with July than buffalo plaid jacket. So I get it. But I just wish some of the lyrics were more specific to the narrative of the show. It kind of felt like, were these songs written separately from the book of the show? And I don't know, maybe they were. I'll have to ask Douglas. The music overall has a warm country rock vibe that feels really true to these characters' southern roots and emotional landscape. And it's been orchestrated beautifully, and it's played wonderfully. The direction and choreography is by Josh Rhodes. It's very clean, very effective. He knows how to keep things moving. He's got these actors doing their scene, then running upstage to play the piano or other instruments. The set design is also very cool. It's kind of a southern Nashville roadhouse feel. There's a stage, there's a bar, there's lockers on the side, and it's all used very effectively to indicate all the different locations from Ace's memory. The lighting I thought was also really great, and during a lot of the songs it really gave us the true rock star treatment. Probably more than you would get in a roadhouse, but it was very effective, and the lighting designer was having a lot of fun with that. The costumes are quirky and have a lot of charm and character, and they're kind of tongue-in-cheek. And I thought all the elements of the show really worked together cohesively. So hats off to Josh Rhodes for really helming the ship on this and really making this show greater than the sum of its parts. My most memorable moment from the show is a scene where Ace comes out to his grandfather, and that moment just really got me. I hadn't been fully on board with this show because it was dealing with a lot of story elements that I was familiar with, but when we came to that scene between Beau and his grandfather, it just hit me right here, and from then on, I was really on board with the show. The moment is really quietly staged, it's emotionally grounded, and the performances were very truthful and heartfelt. And for me, that's where the show really clicked into place. It was moving without feeling manipulative. It was beautiful and it was simple, and I loved it. So, was I bored? Was I confused? I wasn't bored because the show's only 100 minutes and it was directed in a way that it really kept moving. I just wasn't as invested in Ace's journey at the top of the show, but the show kept moving at such a clip that it kept me engaged until that scene where I eventually was won over. So was I confused? I was a little confused, especially around one plot point involving Ace's mom and her relationship with her father, Ace's grandfather. So here's a spoiler alert. We learn the mom is estranged from her father, and we eventually find out it's because he cheated on her mother with a man, and her mom couldn't handle it. She's homophobic and she doesn't want to be with a faggot, and they really focused on more of him being gay than the fact that he cheated. So the mother takes her daughter and moves away, and the daughter, Ace's mom's final words to her father are really hurtful and kind of like how disgusted she is that her dad's gay. And it's never really explained why Ace's mother has held on to these resentments for what must be like 20 years. But then towards the end of the show, she kind of out of nowhere tells Ace that she knows he's gay and she's totally fine with it. And I was like, wait, what? She's been a homophobe for decades and now she's just completely chill with it? She never really apologizes. She never really reckons with it. And I just felt like she was really let off too easy. So I kind of felt like Douglas, you let her off a little too easy. Also, Ace never finds out that his father is gay or bi or whatever in the play, and I thought that was kind of a missed opportunity for him to find another layer of connection with his grandfather. I thought it could have been very powerful, but instead it seems to be forgotten. But since this show is a memory play and those moments are included in it, that would lead me to believe that Ace did know that. So a little confused there. Maybe I'm overthinking. Probably. So overall, this is an earnest, heartfelt show. It's performed by people with enormous talent. If you like actors, musicians, if you want something sentimental for Pride, if you enjoy singer-songwriter storytelling, then Beau the Musical might be your thing. So head down to Christopher Street and check it out and let me know what you thought in the comments below. And happy Pride!
Don't bore me, don't confuse me. If you do, then you lose me. Don't wanna drift away, wanna stay inside the play. Keep me engaged, keep me amused with what's in front of me, 'cause I don't wanna be